Spell the horse with me. Horse.
He could see the outline of the horse, perched on top of the bales again. "9 p.m. The moon was out, so everything was lit up and he didn't bother turning on a flashlight, but he grabbed one out of habit. He had 10 cows to feed. He was late getting to it, but better late than never. And they were all full-grown cows. A couple hours late wasn't going to kill them. He turned on the hose to make sure they had a full thing of water, and then headed to the stack of hay bales.
Do you know your ABCs? Come along and sing with me.
The sound came out of the shadows. It startled him enough that he lost his balance.
Hello? You one of the kids from next door?
Again, no response. He turned on the flashlight. Sitting on the hay was a toy horse, a stuffed doll with a helmet and a blue cape. He didn't have any children of his own. He didn't even have a wife. She'd left him. He was alone on his property. The horse was thrown in his dumpster, and he headed back to the hay.
Spell the horse with me. Horse.
He could see the outline of the horse, perched on top of the bales again.
All right, kids. Enough's enough.
He thought the neighbors' kids were messing with him, but his neighbors didn't have kids. He would have known that if he'd ever bothered to say hello. He was right, though. He was being messed with. There was a creature that wanted him in a specific state of mind. The creature was just under a foot tall, and went by the name Sir Teddy Talks a Lot. The man chucked the doll into the wheelbarrow, the one he used to clean up after the cows.
What's your name? Can you spell your name for me?
There it was again. The horse was back on the hay again. Sir Teddy had 6 of the horse dolls. He wanted more, but the local toy store only had 6. Sir Teddy stole all of them. The man was getting anxious. Normally he'd cut the string on the bale and then throw each flake of hay in with the cows so they didn't have to fight over it. But he was done. He grabbed the whole bale, hoisted it over the fence, then ran into his house. He locked the door and flipped on the light.
Do you know your ABCs?
All right, you
Come along
shit
and
little
sing
kids.
with
Get the
me. You
fuck
know your
out of my
ABCs.
house.
Come along and sing with me.
This time, it came from the kitchen.
Come along and sing
He
with
walked
me.
in and saw 3 of them.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, C, D, E, F, G, D, E, F, G, H, I,
3 of them rattling off the letters of the alphabet in one of those row, row, row your boat style songs, where there's a bunch of children singing off key and out of sync. Sir Teddy had already planned this part out. He knew where an open window was and slipped in while the man was distracted in the kitchen.
I used to beat my wife. You think I won't rip your fucking face off?
That's it. That's what Sir Teddy had been waiting for. The man was giving into anger. He'd gone past fear, and he was properly terrorized to the point of fighting back. Sir Teddy readied his butcher knife and attacked. The man slammed to the ground. It was just agony spreading out from his calf muscle. The butcher knife lodged in his leg, at least 2 inches deep. Sir Teddy ran to the front door, fumbled with the lock, and ran out. The man got up, hopping on 1 foot. He wanted to chase whoever it was down and rip them apart, but he was bleeding everywhere. He needed to get to a hospital. He hobbled to the garage and managed to get himself into his truck. Sir Teddy Talks a Lot was already in the truck waiting. He crawled up the back of the seat. Then, using a box cutter, he opened the man's throat. He tried to stop the bleeding, but it was too much. Sitting in the passenger seat was one of those stuffed horses, and the last thing the man saw before he faded away was that goofy-looking horse staring him in the eye.
Gallop the Stallion is my best friend. The 3 of us are going to have so much fun together,
Sir Teddy said with his single servo mouth. Sir Teddy got on his lap. He moved the man's leg, so the foot was pressed against the pedal. Sir Teddy had a working car now. All he had to do was step on a dead man's knee to drive it. He backed out of the garage, drove over one of the Gallop the Stallion dolls he'd left out to scare the man, and drove out towards the wetlands.
Don't subscribe. It helps the horror videos find you. Don't click the like button. It helps the horror videos find others.